Our topic is about sustainability. So, sustainability means using natural resources wisely so future generations can still use them. So, there are three main principles of sustainability. Number one, solar energy. The sun provides energy for life on Earth. Plants use sunlight to grow, and humans and animals depend on plants for food and survival. So, number two, biodiversity. Biodiversity is the variety of living things like plants and animals. It keeps ecosystems balanced and healthy. Number three, chemical cycling. Chemical cycling is the movement of nutrients like water, carbon, and nitrogen through nature. This process helps support life on Earth. So, natural resources are materials and energy that comes from nature and are useful to humans. They are divided into three categories: and inexhaustible, renewable, and non-renewable resources. First is inexhaustible resources, are resources that do not run out on a human timescale. An example is solar energy from the sun. So second is renewable resources, are resources that can naturally replenish over time, such as forest, water, wind, and fish. These resources can be used repeatedly if managed properly. So, ang third is non-renewable resources, are limited resources that take millions of years to form. Examples include coal, oil, natural gas, and minerals. Once they are used up, they cannot easily be replaced. The comparison between renewable and non-renewable resources shows that renewable resources are cleaner and more sustainable, while non-renewable resources can cause pollution and environmental damage.
Ecosystem services provide provides by healthy ecosystems that support life and human economics at no monetary cost. Forests help purify air and water, reduce soil erosion, regulate climate, and recycle nutrients. Without nutrient cycling in type soil, there would be no land plants, no pollinations, and no food for us and other animals. So, ecosystem services are the essential life-sustaining benefits that provide healthy natural environments to human beings. So, kuan natay upat ka klase nga ecosystem services nga kuan ato i-mention kay wala ni sa PPT. So, kani kay provisioning, regulating, cultural, and supporting services. So, una na kay provisioning. Kay ang pag-provide og food, fresh water, fiber, biomass fuel o natural medicine para sa mga kuan people sama nato. So mura kagahatag og kuan na mga natural resources para makasurvive. So sunod kay regulating kaya ang pag-control sa air quality, water runoff, erosion, pollination, climate o natural hazard para kuan ma so proceed ta. So cultural kay ang pag-keep sa pag-exist og values, ethical values, recreation and ecotourism. Kana example na kanatong gibuhat sa eskwelahan nga kuan brigada mana example. So last og kini kay supporting ang kanang pag-support sa nutrient recycling, water cycling o photosynthesis. Next slide na punta kaning kani kay kaduhang component of sustainability ginatawag nga the human activities can degrade natural capital. Doing this by using renewable resources faster than nature can restore them, and by overloading the earth's normally renewable air, water, and soil with pollution and waste. So, pasabot ani kay ang natural resources man gyud ma-contaminate siya pareha ng pag butang chemical sa tubig ug pag-pollute sa hangin nga nga mas paspas siya kaysa sa maka-restore or tawag ta to pag-cure sa kasi sa natural resources ug man gud ni delikado ni kay siya kay kung dili ni ma-minimize ang mga ani nga human activities kay og ani manghinungdan ani kay many human activities add pollutants to the air and dump chemicals and waste, replacing biologically diverse mature foods with simplified crops plantations that require large and costly inputs of energy, water, fertilizer, and pesticides. So, mga unnatural nga mga butang nga gipang butang sa mga natural resources ug food kaning plastics and other synthesis materials people use can poison wildlife and disrupt nutrient cycling because they cannot be broken down and used as nutrients by other organisms na kani kay magani usa sa problema sa Pilipinas mga basura nga dili nato ma recycle kung sunugon makontaminado ning hangin. So next slide ka component of sustainability involves people finding solutions to the environmental problems we face. So sabot ani kay kita kay physically act on working para ma-fix ang environmental issues instead nga tun-on ra gud nato siya. So example ani kay early environmental education shapes lifelong habits kaning pasabot ani kanang tuluan ning mga bata nga makatun ani para mapatsada tong economy para ma-sustain ba. So kadua kay experiential learning like gardening, recycling, eco trips that creates emotional bonds. Kani mura ni siya bayanihan nga physical nga buhat ba nga para mura gapon kanang masolusyonan ang mga environmental problems sa mananang sila mag tabanganay para malimpyo na ang suba usa na sa example og pod ang ikatulo kay visual storytelling and media inspire empathy and action. So kani kay magama-gama kag story ani nga para ma-convince sila ba para solusyon para masolusyonan nga environmental problems. So butang po daning kay pwede pod unsay dapat buhaton o unsay dili pwede buhaton para malikayan ng environmental problems. So next slide kay fourth and fifth component kay ang conflicts and individual matter. So kaning ang conflict can arise when environmental protection has negative economic effect on groups of people or certain industries. So so economic impact of environmental rules such as environmental regulations like banning logging and closing polluting factory may lead to job losses, inflation, and deflation. Dealing with such conflicts often involves both sides making compromises or trade-offs. So each individual matter, including you, plays an important role in learning how to live more sustainability. By using nature to inspire sustainable design and living. And according to Janine Benius, 99% of the species that have lived on Earth became extinct because they could not adapt to changing environment conditions. So di sila kakuan adapt og environmental conditions na caused by humans. So next slide guys. Three additional principles of sustainability, which is economics, politics, and ethics. So, one, economics urge people to find ways to include in market prices the harmful environmental and health cost of producing and services. This practice is called full cost pricing. So, the politics has a win-to-win solutions. It urges us to look for win-to-win solutions to environmental problems based on cooperation and compromise that will benefit the largest number of people as well as the environment. So, last kay ethics gives responsibility to future generations. It is a branch of philosophy devoted to studying ideas about what is right and what is wrong. So again, the three additional principles of sustainability is economics, politics, and ethics. And if these three principles of sustainability combine, will cause sustainable prosperity, where a healthy environment, fair society, and strong economy affecting the earth. So humans dominate the earth with the power to sustain, add, or degrade the natural capital that supports all life and human economies. As our ecological footprints grow, we debate and degrade more of the earth's natural capital that sustain for us. Human activities affect the temperature of the atmosphere and activity of ocean waters, and which species survive or became extinct, and people continually waste, deplete, and degrade much of the Earth's life-sustaining natural capital, or called known as it's a process known as environmental degradation or natural capital degradation. So, last slide na sa akong part kay kuan. Natural capital degradation is a degradation of normally renewable natural resources. So, kuan kaning degradation can cause air pollution, climate change, soil erosion, shrinking forest, decreased wildlife habitats, species extinction, aquifer depletion, declining ocean fisheries, and water pollution. Natural capital degradation is a degradation of normally renewable natural resources and ecosystem services caused by growing human ecological footprints, mostly as a result of population growth and rising rates of resources per person. So kuan pod ning magkadaghan ning tawo taas ning gikinahanglan sa gikinahanglan nga resources kada tawo. So kuan mo multiply siya ang kuan magkataas ning kuan ecological footprints kaning kuan natural capital use and
Degrading shared renewable resources, or also known as the tragedy of the commons. Shared resources like forests, Fisheries, oceans, and the atmosphere are available for everyone to use. However, um, because many people use them without proper control, these resources are often overexploited and damaged. This happens when people focus more on personal gain instead of long term conservation. So, next is growing ecological footprint. An ecological footprint refers to the environmental impact of a person or population. It measures the land and water needed to support human consumption, such as food production, energy use, transportation, and waste. As human activities increase, ecosystem and natural systems are also greatly affected. So the next one is biocapacity and ecological deficit. Biocapacity is the ability of ecosystems to generate resources naturally. And ecological deficit also happens when human demand becomes greater than the Earth's capacity to replace those resources. This means humanity is using resources faster than nature's can recover. This also reminds us of the importance of using resources responsibly and protecting the environment to ensure a sustainable future.